And fucking just like that, it's there is like this AI software that I've found that allows me to drown out all of that.
Oh, that's what's up.
And it took me a very long time to figure it out. But now, as long as we keep the mics close to our faces, they can't hear. Because I thought it was all ruined last time.
Right.
Just a little inside baseball.
Oh,
Inside.
yeah, good to know.
Yeah,
I was about to say, because like, it sounds like there's like a lot of music and shit
Yeah,
in the background. But like, I watched that. Have you seen that the documentary, The Greatest Night in Pop?
What's that?
The one on Netflix.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah. Actually, it was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was interesting to see all those people together.
Yeah.
But it's also like funny when you put like all those like great musicians together, and you're like, oh, you see all their insecurities and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
As they get more and more tired and like all that. Yeah.
And then like the pressure because you watch somebody murder, and then you're like, dang, I need to murder. And
Yeah.
and then they'll like kill it, and we'll be like,
Who was it? Bob Dylan that was struggling.
Bob Dylan was struggling badly, and they had to get everyone out of the room and shit. Some people don't work well under pressure and shit.
Tell them who you are.
Hey, I'm Ben Bosunga, comic here in Austin. Boys with Steve.
Boys of Steve. We're doing food tours.
Yeah.
Food tours. Secret food tours.
Yeah, bro, so
come on through. Get these food tours.
In the city, son.
Brisket. Tacos.
Smoothies.
Get the fuck. Okay, so the concept, we're just telling stories. So there will be the live version of it. So what you told last night will be recorded.
Okay.
So it would have to be a different story. And I don't mean to blindside you.
No, it's cool. I got more stories. Like right now, like you ever had a big comedy and you gotta like, I got 2 spots tonight and I gotta take a shit so bad.
Oh, where did you do that?
What's up? I haven't yet. I'm still just holding it in, bro. I'm fully loaded right now.
Yeah.
I'm like Herbie fully loaded right now.
Yeah.
But that's the worst part. But I remember one time I went to this.
I'm glad that. Wait, can I say that I'm really glad that I got that hot take? This is the clip that's gonna go viral. There would be like, do you guys see Ben shits? That'll be.
Well, 'cause I don't really like to shit in public like that, you know.
Yeah.
But like when I was.
Well, especially when you're going to mics and shit.
Yeah, especially bar mics and shit on 6th Street. You don't want to do that. I don't want to get AIDS on these toilets.
Yeah.
I think that's how AIDS gets passed. I don't know.
It's not, but it's like it's close, dude.
I'm pretty sure it's adjacent.
Toilet seat? Yeah.
But when I was in college one time, I went to this party, and I thought about, and I was like waiting in line for the bathroom at this house party before I was 18, and I'm like waiting. I'm about to go out next, and this girl comes out, and you could smell it. She's like, "Oh my God, someone made it smell really bad." And I was like, "Bitch, that was you. I've been standing here this whole time."
Yeah.
It smelled so bad. I was like, "I can't even go in there. My night is over. If I have to," and now I've learned if I got to take a shit when I'm out, that's God's sign to end my night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just went home. I just walked home.
How often are you heading home to poop?
Heading home to poop? Not very often, but how often do I take a shit that's not at my house?
Yeah.
Very rarely.
Very rarely.
Very rarely. I mean, probably about 2% of my shits happen outside of my house.
What do you think it is about your toilet that makes you so comfortable to shit in it? Because you know that it was somebody's toilet before, if you're renting, unless you built your house toilet first. When a house burns down, it's a chimney and a toilet.
Yeah.
That's
the toilet still survives
yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like to be rushed.
Sure.
You know, like I like
That's
to take
fair.
my time, and I'm not gonna try to be at a bar for 25 minutes, just got my feet up, getting comfortable, playing on my phone. Like that's my sign that I need to stop taking a shit is when my feet go numb. You know? So when my legs start going numb, I'm like, that's my warning sign.
And sometimes you do just want to sit there and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And you hear and did you ever do the thing where you time your shit with the blow dryer?
No.
When the blow dryer goes, if it's a loud poop, that's when you time your
and that's another
expulsion.
thing too. Like if I'm on the toilet and I got like a Jamaican DJ set coming up, you know,
Right.
I don't want to be like,
Yeah.
stop, and everyone's like, what the fuck is going on?
Right, because then you have to wait for everybody to leave, at least one level of turnover, so you don't walk out to somebody face to face.
And the worst is when someone's waiting for the stall after you, so they're looking for your shoes. Like one time I remember I met this girl. Only time it's ever happened. I met this girl, first night I met her. She's like, you want to go hook up in the bathroom? I've never hooked up in a bathroom before, so I'm in. And this is at
Wait, what type of venue? Oh, it's
This is Baker Street Pub here in Austin.
Okay.
So we're at Baker Street Pub.
Shout out to Baker Street
I
Pub.
love that place. And we go to the bathroom and we start doing a thing. And there's this guy just standing outside the stall. I'm like, fuck, bro.
Oh no.
I'm like, you need to take a shit. This is the only stall in here. This is the only place you can take a shit. And you're trying to fight. And so then I'm like, shit.
Do you have any idea how long he was out there?
I mean, he was out there the whole time we were in there.
Yeah.
So probably about 5-10 minutes or so.
Okay.
You know, we get done. He's still out there. He's like, is my phone in there? I was like, nah. That's all he asked. We thought he was like security or some shit, but I'm like,
No, just a man that needed to poop.
yeah. Well, he didn't even need to poop. He just thought he left his phone in there from pooping
Oh
previously.
no.
So I'm like, bro, you know how hard it is to bust a nut while someone's staring at you and you think it's security? It was a
Were
lot.
they looking through the people?
You know, I think he kind of figured out what was happening because there
Sure.
was 4 legs and 2 of them were white.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
It was a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, this white leg has high heels. And I was like, well, that is not mine.
So okay, so let's unpack this. You won't shit in a bathroom, but you will fuck in a public bathroom.
Yeah, listen. I mean, it's not that I won't. I just try to avoid it if possible.
Sure.
But the thing about fucking is, when the moment comes, you know, you got to get it done. Like, you can't just be like, well, let's go back to Miami. Nah, bitch, we're here right now. We're gonna get this nut off. So,
Right.
trying to bust a nut in the toilet, that was a tricky thing. But I figured it out. You know, that's the kind of guy I am.
I think waiting past the public restroom makes that sex that much prettier,
Yeah, you know, I was like, oh.
that much sweeter.
Not gonna lie, it was an exciting experience. You know, it was the only time I've ever done it. Apparently, one of my friends.
Who was this person? You
What's
met
that?
her there?
Yeah, I met her on one of the dating apps, and I met her up that night, and we were hanging out, and then she was like, yeah, you want to go do this? And I was like, yes, I do.
Which dating app are they fucking in bathrooms?
Tinder, of course.
Is it? Yeah, I knew it was Tinder. I was wondering if I was gonna find out about a new app where they're like, hey, let's go to places in fucking
There
public
is a new app,
restrooms.
though, that I do use.
What is it?
It's called Field.
Field, and Field's the kink one.
Yeah, it's like a kink app, so.
And so, is fucking in bathrooms one of the kinks?
Not that I've found, but there is a kink on Field where you find a lot of people that like they want like a black guy to fuck their like wife or partner,
Okay,
and so that's happened a lot on Field.
you've done that a lot on Field.
I have done that like a handful
in front of her husband.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
wait, okay. How does that conversation start? So just on Field, do they reach out to you?
Yeah, so I mean, it's like a profile, right? So I swipe right, they match, and then we start messaging. But that girl, I actually met her also on Tinder. Surprised. Well, the last one I met on Tinder. She's like, oh, me and my husband, you know, she's like, we've been together forever, since they're like high school sweethearts, and now they open their relationship, and they're like, yeah, we're trying to spice it up. I was like, say less, fam, I'm in.
Is this uniquely a Texas thing?
Oh no, I did it in Boston as well.
Okay,
So I'm an
interesting.
equal opportunist, you know.
Just geographically fucking people's wives all over the place.
Yeah,
How
listen.
many wives do you believe you have had sex with?
I'd probably say I counted. I was thinking about this the other day. Probably like 7 or 8 or so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
so- yeah, you know, they're just like, hey, we've been together. I love him, but he's not doing the thing right. You know.
Oh, they do say that as well.
That's the cause.
Wow.
You know, that's a lot of the cause. He's not.
Damn, I wonder what level of that from the husband is. I have to do this and I want to do this.
You know, a lot of the times, the husbands are actually the ones that push it. So
That's
this last girl,
fascinating.
the husband pushed. The husband like
Does
really wanted
it
to
does
do
it feel racist?
The good kind of racism, you know?
The
Like,
good-
it's better than a lot of the other kind of racism
Yeah.
I've encountered. Like,
Yeah,
this
that's
is,
true.
If this is the way you want to be racist, I'm all for it. If you're like,
Wow.
oh my gosh, I just love those niggas to fuck. I'm like, yes, I'll even let you
Wait,
say it.
has anybody ever said the N word in the process?
They have not.
Okay,
They
all
have
right.
not.
Thank God. I thought you were reenacting
But if
for a
they
second.
did, I would not stop.
Okay.
I would not stop.
All right.
Like at this point, I mean, we're already in it. So if she said it halfway through, I'm like, I'm still gonna finish.
Like we're gonna address this
yeah, he'd be
soon,
like, fuck me, Nick. I'm like, oh, you know, like that's.
and that's the soundbite. You know, that's,
Leave that sound. It sounds just like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never sounded like that, but in that situation.
In that situation, it'd be a guttural situation.
But yeah, it comes straight from the stomach. It just. In this situation, if it was right now, I'd probably shit my pants. Like that's what would end up happening. So a lot of things going on in my life.
Ben, I appreciate you coming on this episode and holding your shit for. Look at that, we did a nice 10 minutes. Is that what that says?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, reading upside down. But that's the perfect amount of time. Ben, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Ben Bosunga, X Ben Bosunga, Facebook Ben Bosunga, everything just Ben Bosunga, Bosunga, or the Lonely Man's Podcast, anywhere you can find your podcasts.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah. Oh wait, I want to do this.